and welcome to Roll the Damn Dice. Welcome back if you stayed with us on Twitch. However, if you're hearing us for the first time this week, hello to you too. We are, as I said, Roll the Damn Dice, your actual play, real-time, live campaign. And yeah, we have just discovered long-lost secrets from the team. So Lehane has learnt more about the Withering, the curse that befalls the Pthumerian elves, how they have a short amount of talent and a very limited access to magic, but they kind of die around about 40. He's 35, so squeaky bum time for him. Torin and Frayne got a chance to talk, finally. Like, you guys have barely spoken all season. And Torin laid out about being sent on a mission by Correllen to protect her, the Chronicler. Speaking of the Chronicler, Lilli has been told to seek out. That's convenient. And Big now has a new crafting set given to him. So it's been a pretty alright session. Yeah, we got some things, we got some stuff off our chest.
Some shit.
I think for the first time this season, episode 16 I think this will be, we're all going to come together, be together, no one's going to be dead, and actually have a conversation.
Well, Frayne is technically still a little bit dead.
Yeah, but like she's
Not in the word.
Yeah.
Well, she's as dead as the rest of you are. Your bodies aren't here.
Yeah, we're not in our bodies, but that's episodes ago, so old news. We are
future me's problem.
yeah. So a couple of shout outs. Obviously there is Critic UK, the amazing creators of this wonderful custom DM screen, as well as so many dice that we have between us, the trays, the coasters. Make sure you go to their website, look at all their amazing stuff, especially their new chili bottles, and use the code RTDD10 to get your discount. And big love to Holly Hammer. You will see, I believe we now for the first time have a complete overlay of Holly art. Thank you so much for what you've done, and really love working with you, and so excited for other stuff that's coming, but you'll have to look out for that in the future.
And Holly will know what I mean when I say bazongas.
Okay.
I feel like we all know.
Shit!
It's not the code word you thought it was, buddy.
Oh
It
dear.
is. It means delete all the art. Delete it.
I'd
Run
love
now.
if that was Connor's safe word.
But if
What does that mean?
if you need character art for your streams and stuff, or maybe you just want a really stunning piece of your OC done, get in touch with Holly. She is very busy at the moment, but she will get back to you and do something amazing. I really hope she has commissions open now I've said that. Sorry if you don't, but wait until the commissions are open and get it done anyway.
Finish our stuff first.
So, yeah, the team are coming together.
Over me. Is that the recap?
That sounds horrible.
It was the second one.
But weirdly wanted. Weirdly needed.
The team coming together over you.
Yeah.
Cool.
In an arc.
Well, yeah, because you're the second one we always try to be snappier. Get on with it, innit?
Yeah.
Right, cool. God, let me in behind the scenes. Lift the veil. The man behind the curtain. So,
Second one. This is
this is episode 16, Stephen.
Yeah. We've sat down here for a week in the same clothes.
Yeah.
Ollie only lets us out after 2 weeks.
Ollie is terrifying.
Anyway, yes.
Oh.
It's like the Babadook.
there was a joke. It was visual. I didn't
Yeah.
see it.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's a
Podcasters, I've no idea either.
Well, I was hoping that it would happen while Connor was talking and it wouldn't become directed
No, I
towards
wasn't on
me.
camera at that point as well, so nobody knows what the joke was.
Oh, no!
We're going to keep it that way, guys.
You will never know.
Connor and Stephen thought it was hilarious, so make of that what you will.
Yeah.
Crack on.
So, the boys and the frog and an owl, a rat, a toad, and an owl.
It's become very Wind of the Willow.
The owl and the pussycat.
see two big pink individuals within the centre of the of Ferris Moon, the glade of the Fairmerian Elves, and make your way towards them, as Stephen rightly said, for maybe the first time post-death.
Certainly the first time these five have been
Yeah.
together, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Lilli. Hello, Mrs. Owl.
What are you, darling? How's it going?
Very good now. Oh, hello, big man.
Big, yeah, the Big the Goliath.
Big the Goliath. That's his name.
That's right. Big, not huge.
Not huge. Wow, you should be called huge. You know that.
I'm not going to complicate things anymore.
No.
than I used to be.
Okay.
And I won't be turning into an animal either. I hope not.
And where's your friend?
Oh!
The sneaky one.
Yeah, you sort of point down to...
I'm an elf. I'm not a fox.
Still point down to...
Yes.
You were a fox.
Yeah, I turned back when
turned
Lilli
back when Lilli
tried to
jumped
be
in his-
hug me in.
It was a
It's
week ago,
We're
Stephen.
both in,
Yeah,
we're
it was a
both
week
in,
ago.
we're both in
No
our
worries, no worries.
standard forms.
Yeah.
There he is. Wow. How are you, Lehane?
Yeah, not too bad,
Torin,
not too
come in.
bad.
Shake your hand vigorously.
How did you survive that shark guy? Because, like, I was sure you were dead. Are you dead?
I'm very strong.
How do you feel about brains?
What?
Brains?
Brains?
They sound delicious.
I've had brains. Yes. Not all brains, but some are delicious.
He just looks at Lilli like, are we sure this is okay?
No, I don't know. I think it's like it's just one of those things. It can be a delicacy in some places. So like not in like a zombie way.
Right.
I'm sort of with it on the
I
zombie
call
side
it,
of things.
we normally call it sweetmeats.
And I think if it's called sweetmeats, it's not zombie stuff.
No, probably not.
It's just
Right.
like
Oh,
posh
zombie-
people.
no,
It's just
no,
posh.
no.
It's posh people stuff.
Right.
Oh well, no, not posh people stuff, because it could be more of a like using all of the
Yes, it's
of
both.
the animal, and it's one of those things where sort of not posh food becomes posh food through like socioeconomic like pressures.
Listen to the white girl from the very wealthy family explain how the poor live.
I'd forgotten what it was like when these two get together.
I miss you too.
I miss those. They are commoners, so perhaps we leave them to discuss what commoners know about things.
Rogg's a king.
I'm from the richest family in the north.
Neither of them, and he looks like a commoner. You're a commoner. You've got a title, have you?
Well, no, not a title or anything, but like my family's pretty. My mum's head of a religious organisation, isn't she?
One of those. Rogg, you're a king, are you?
No, but just a soldier. Well, but what?
Don't say just a soldier. Soldiers are very important.
Yeah,
I
and I
called you
left.
Rogg. I don't know where that came from. Think
where
you're a
it-
soldier.
Right. So we're here. We're mostly alive.
Okay.
Does
Does anyone have any news?
Well,
Chapman, not
Crowbar!
Right.
Paul's trying to keep this plot on track.
Yeah.
I've given up.
so Torin, we've Frayne. There's lots of stuff that we've got to do. There's a curse on the people, on the elves here, and they don't live for very long. And it's something to do with the Fairmerians and the Florentians, and Rinrith was involved, and she did some very terrible things. Kranis might be a good person.
No, wait,
We're not sure.
Rinrith, like your Rinrith.
Yeah, my Rinrith did some very bad stuff, but I'm not entirely sure what it is. And so I need to find out more information, and I've got to find the chronicler.
There was a war.
Hang on. You've got to find the chronicler.
Yes.
What's the chronicler?
Well, so because the lady dressed in the meadow gown, she said she was giving me lots of information
You
about
keep
the curse.
talking about her. She's not as if she's
Oh,
not
yeah,
here.
no, the lady in the she's called the lady in the meadow gown. Like that's what her name is.
Oh,
and,
sure, okay.
and
The chronicler.
yeah,
What's that?
She
Frayne puts her hand in the air, her wooden hand in the air. Hang on.
yes,
Lilli.
yes.
I know you don't always listen when I talk. Which is
try.
fine. It's fine. It's okay. You've got a lot of information to process in your tiny little brain.
Yes.
I mean, I meant that as in like you've got a cute brain.
Oh,
you know,
thanks.
You've got a lot. I couldn't do all those spells. I can remember all that stuff.
Sure.
She is quite good at
So
thinking.
back to the
Yeah,
chronicler.
Okay. So you know, I left home. 'Cause
Yeah.
I didn't want to do something.
Yes, I presume it was something quite trivial, otherwise you wouldn't have left.
You would think that.
Well, so that was kind of supposed to be my job.
So you're supposed to be the chronicler.
Yes.
So I already found you! Oh, that's such a relief. I thought I was going to have to go on some really long, arduous journey to find someone.
This seems
Right.
easy.
So, good. We
So
got
lift
the
the
chronicler.
curse, Locticus.
What's the...
She can lift the curse. Go
No,
on.
hang
No, the chronicler can't lift the curse. But
An
no, the
arch-druid can lift the curse.
Oh, she's the archdruid. You two get together.
No, so, well, Rinrath was potentially, we're not sure. She was on the Fomorian side.
She's native
She
to the
was a-
Fomorians,
yeah,
she's
she
one of
was a-
them.
She was a Fomorian, but then there was some kind of war between the Fomorians and the Florentians, and she killed loads of people,
That's happens
possibly,
in war, isn't it?
and yeah, well, that's what the lady in the meadow gown, dressed in the meadow gown, said.
That's what I said, yeah.
Yeah, and then, but she maybe went over to the Florentian side, and we're not sure because there isn't enough information that's been sort of kept for all of the hundreds, thousands, potentially thousands of years.
Hang on.
And then we
hang
find
on.
the chronic.
Lilli.
Back of the truck up.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So there's a curse
Yes.
on.
Which is a good job that I don't have it, because I would literally be dying right
Well,
now
yeah,
with
'cause
all
I
this
thought-
conversation's happening.
Right. Okay.
I
I'm
thought that
dying a
I
little
had the
myself, to be
curse.
honest. Right. So this curse,
Mm-hmm.
like, what does it do to people? Is this why they're a little bit wanky?
Well, no, it means that their lifespan shortens, so they only live to. I'm not. I think. What did you say?
Only about 40 or so, you know.
Yeah.
Fucking hell!
Locticus, they all seem very nice. I don't think you should call them wanky. The owls love them.
Well, I think she can tell. Well, they're quite wanky, to be honest.
They are really
The
wanky,
Correllen-
aren't they?
Correllians.
The Correllens
As the Meadowground said, for only 40 years or so, Lehane just whispers to Big, I'm 35.
Okay, I hope.
Can I roll to see if I see that?
Yeah, roll perception.
Oh, let's all roll perception.
Disadvantage the way you lot are talking.
Oh.
It's fine, Dragonborn
It's
perception.
alright. Yeah, she's talking to you, and she's like, they don't even have a military or anything. They just like dance and do shit like that.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
I got a 24.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you capped onto a little whispering,
Okay.
little whisper action happening.
Okay.
What about a 13?
Roll me stealth just to see where we're at against 13.
What am I nice?
You're lucky you stayed in the conversation.
21.
Oh,
21.
tricky.
Yeah.
No, for me, yeah.
So we're gonna. So we.
You just hear,
Yeah.
I'm 35.
There's a
Weird thing to
curse.
say.
There's a curse,
Yes.
and the chronicler has something to do with stopping it, as has the druid in archdruid, and that's you two.
Well, no, I'm not an archdruid yet. I'm
No,
just
in training.
Yeah.
So you
and,
will be soon. Okay.
and I'm
Hang
still
on.
questioning what
Hang
I'm
on.
supposed to be doing
Okay.
with that role.
Okay, that's fine, Lily. Don't worry.
Okay.
Locticus will help you.
Well, that's what I said, but apparently that's not good enough. I should have more of an idea of what the role entails and how I want to put that forward.
Are you putting career pressure on my men?
Absolutely not, darling. But
Mrs. Lady in the meadow ground.
aye, Mr. Guy. in the-
Lord. That doesn't matter though.
Lord Mr. in
Lord
the
Torindar.
amethyst body suit.
No, it's Lord Torindar.
Oh right, okay, Lord Torindar.
Now, how do we? What's quite? I think we'd quite like to lift the curse for you.
Wouldn't we all, darling?
How would we go about? Well, we're heroes, you see. How would we go about doing
If I
that?
knew how to do that, we'd be doing it, you know?
The
Feels like
thing
something we might have done
that's
already.
why we need to go. That's why I was told to go to find the chronicler.
Well, we thought if you found the chroniclers, they might know, but yeah, pretty lackluster chronicler, to be honest.
Well, I did walk away from becoming the chronicler officially because it sounded like a shite job to me.
Well,
You've not even been in the sanctum yet.
Oh, the bloody sanctum.
so there is a place, like a library or something. Or...
Oh yeah, I can take you there. We just got to go where we've been trying to go for,
So,
Let's go.
Yeah.
And then
let's
all
walk
of the
and talk.
information.
Walk
yes.
and talk.
Yes.
Walk and talk.
Let's find it.
Which way?
Well, that's the thing. So.
Oh, there's always a catch.
No. When the lot cast us out, we found ourselves at loss in the woods, like many of you might, but we found the animal forms were not affected by the pressures and the confusion of the woods. You two should be able to make your way through pretty quickly if you stay in your state.
I am in an animal form already.
Well, you're a pretty big lizard, eh?
A dragon.
Right.
We find the lizard term quite offensive.
Quite feathery wings for a dragon.
I know. Well, there's a whole story.
Let's not go into that one.
That makes sense.
Later.
Lehane kind of does sort of like a leap as if he's like going to start sprinting, and then just as he takes a few steps, just a black and orange fox.
Holy shit! Okay, I didn't think you were a druid. I thought you were like...
Nah, I'm a wanky forest elf.
Fair
Use
enough.
your terms.
Fair enough.
Frayne!
Very
I know this won't be. Oh no, you've sort of seen me
What?
do it before. Well, the
No,
thing
go
is,
on
no,
then, go
no,
on.
it won't be as big of a thing because, like, you've already seen me transform, and it's not like that special. But it is a little bit because look,
No, we
hang
won't.
on, I'll show you what I can do.
Okay,
and
okay.
she's just gonna so almost do a star jump, and will then sort of in midair pop into we'll sort of transform into the tree frog, and hopefully land on Lehane's back, and she'll turn and she'll say, "But look, I can talk!
Bloody hell!
I've never been able to talk in my animal form, and this
now,
is so cool."
Locticus, I think you'd say, "Fuck me." And it's gonna be fucking hard to protect now, isn't she? You fucking little frog.
Or you could just put...
Yeah, but who's going to attack? What kind of a monster's going to attack a frog?
All of the months! Frogs get eaten by everything! I'm concerned about you, quite frankly!
What? I'm a fox. Oh,
Fox
quite
eats
fast.
frogs, everything eats frogs.
Do you know what?
Is there something that doesn't eat frogs?
Uh,
I eat frogs.
Torin.
I'm sorry, I just think sometimes Lilli is a little reckless.
Are you sure he's not a zombie? Because he's kind of talking about eating you.
Oh, no, this is I was excited because this is like my spirit animal.
You've done-
Hey, look at me.
Don't look at her, bloody owl. She'll be on you like that!
And she flies off.
You know what, Torin? Jealousy's a very ugly thing on you.
Nobody can take your spirit animal away from you. He's just jealous, darling. You're on the right step now. You've leveled up. You're a better person you were last.
Yeah.
And you can make your way through. He can't.
Yeah.
He'll get lost in the wood. Shut your mouth, you dirty
And Lily's gonna turn around and stick her tongue out, but it'll shoot.
I'm sorry, it's been quite a thing.
Hey.
I was nearly dead, and then I was in a crit, and now
Listen,
So-
we've all been through some stuff.
Lehane's going to start walking.
Bye!
Do you know where you're going?
No!
Lehane
Come back,
does.
Lehane, come back! Wait.
Wait, but you said you were to like navigate the forest better.
Sorry. I just thought it was really funny.
No. Let the podcast have silence. It deserves it. You can. Yeah.
probably
Gotta
We
know where
should
you're
probably
going.
find
In the
out which
direction.
way we need to go, because as soon as we get into the forest, you know it gets a little bit. This way is that way,
I
and
don't
up
think-
is backwards.
I don't think it will for you now, Lilli.
No. But
Lilli, would you like me to carry? I'm not worried about
Well,
it,
no,
Lilli.
that's you, because you'll get confused by all of the.
If you're in my hand, you say go that way, and I'll just do it.
I have a question for the DM.
Yeah.
Do I have the bag of holding?
I was the last person who had the bag.
Oh, okay. Does he
Torin
have
was
the?
the
He
last.
doesn't.
No one has it.
No, because it was.
It's left on the ship,
It was left
yeah.
on the ship because
Yeah.
we got the amber out.
I was just thinking about poor old Big with his like
Amber.
with his amber with the forge. and his
Oh,
little
he's
stuff.
not
So-
a big dog.
Right. Hiya. Look, you want to head to the moon basin.
Right.
From there, the furball camp, which I'm sure you're very aware with, just a stone's throw away. So,
Right. Okay. Okay. Moon basin. Then go find the furbolgs. Right.
and Frayne would have spent a lot of time. Like, furball is literally next door to. They're a bit chiller than elves.
Oh, do you know, really nice place to go and visit when you can't put up with anybody else.
I don't go there very often. It's kind of a bit of a trek from here, but you know, I like to when I can.
Oh, it's
if
lovely.
I make the journey, you know, it's what it is.
It's nice. And thank you. I'm sorry I called you lot wanky, because you're not nowhere near as wanky as our lot, and I didn't like them either. That's why I left.
That's okay. If you ever need to come away for a bit, you know, you can always stay with us.
Oh, thank you.
That's all right.
Thank you, love.
Don't worry about it.
The lady dressed in the male gown.
Aye.
What do you? I mean, you probably don't know, but like, what happened to the Florentian elves? Where are they?
I don't know.
Did you say the Florentian elves?
Yeah. Well, that was the one that we were fighting against. I'm kind of both.
Oh, there you go. You have yours here.
We know Florentian
We
elf.
know Florentian elf.
Do we?
Yeah, well, Arian.
He was a Floret. I thought he was like a zombie.
No, he
No.
was Arian of Florencia. He was like.
Remember when he was
Sorry, Arian of Florencia.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, sometimes
he
it was
was
Arian Ghastly, Arian Pleasant.
Yeah, Mr. Pleasant.
Mr. Pleasant, the detective.
Yeah.
Stuff
He was
like
a
that.
detective. Do you know him?
I mean, no, obviously not. Like, Arian of Florencia died 1,000 years ago.
Oh no, he
No,
really,
he
really
did that.
didn't. Well, he might have done that, but he does this kind of thing where
He
he's
comes back
dead.
to life.
Where is Arian?
You left him for dead. Yeah, it's kind of like my dad. He was around at that time too. Harkness. He was part of a team, Phoenix of Valencia or something.
Oh yeah, he was part of that.
Yeah.
Harkness.
Your
is-
dad must be really great.
Your dad's Harkness
Yeah,
of that team.
yeah. He's got both bloodlines apparently. The bastard elf.
Hey.
That's
No.
what they call him, the bastard elf.
Well, yeah, because like
That
he's
seems rude.
Well-
got both bloodlines.
He wasn't allowed to be part of the main Florentian family.
Why not?
Well, he's born out of wedlock, wasn't
Hang
he?
on.
Oh,
Seems
this is
unfair.
very
Wait, Beck. The main Florentian family.
Well, yeah, Arian of Florencia is next in line to the throne of Florencia.
Hang on a pickle.
I think you might be thinking of a different
I
Arian.
Yeah.
different.
Arian was like, he was proper humble and stuff.
Back up.
He never
I'm
told
back.
us about
I'm
being
up.
in
I'm talking about a guy 1,000 years ago that mastered the elements, like maybe the most powerful mage of all time.
Well, he no Arian. So he wasn't. I mean, he didn't
brought
really
us
do
back.
all of the elements.
Remember when
He did
brought us
fire
back?
more
He
than
helped us.
anything.
He brought us back, do you remember?
Yeah. Oh.
And don't forget, he did look very manky.
Like,
No, so Arian, he's like covered in runes and really powerful.
definitely not the same guy.
No.
Definitely could have been 1,000
But hang on,
years
back
old.
to this Arian Valencia. Second in line to the throne, or in line for the throne.
Right.
You said Harkness was the bastard. What's that got to do with Arian?
I mean, they're half brothers, obviously.
Oh, you related to Arian?
No.
Oh, that'd be lush. He's really nice.
He's
Uncle? Can I have an
Wait.
existential crisis and move off me
roll for existentialism. No, so but no, because Arian, we left him. He was really not doing so well because we do you remember? I mean, this feels like a lifetime ago, but there was the dragon and we nearly died and then we forgot everything and,
Right.
and Arian brought us back to his
Yeah, I didn't have
thing.
an arm when I
yeah,
woke up.
yeah. Real and but he was we left him because he was getting kind of sort of fixed
No, I've
by
never.
his friends.
I remember Arian mentioning something about phoenixes. They sound very important. This Phoenix of Florencia. Now, if Rinrath was still alive and your father's still alive, I mean, elves do live for a long time.
Well, that
don't they?
Rinwith isn't alive anymore.
Oh no, she was just
And-
short
Yes.
ago.
Well,
wasn't she?
my dad's got some magic backhand deals going on.
But I think
It's
Arian then could have stayed alive all this time, couldn't he? He was very good at magic.
He also-
Remember when we met him, when we thought he was a detective, and then he turned out to be like a...
I mean, he was great, but he perished
When did he perish?
about 1,000 years ago.
Wow.
No.
No, because Arian was really good.
Well,
at-
hang on.
Do you think
How
there
did
maybe
this-
be more than one? Look,
How
I'm
did
sorry to
this-
blow your little mind a bit, but people maybe called their kids after.
No, but Arian always came back to life.
Okay, but I'm saying this Aryan, the legendary Aryan, that's probably not your Aryan.
How did he die?
Trying to fight against desolation.
The desolation. Oh, that's what we came here to find out about.
He who wanders, he said, the desolation, that's the splitting of the islands.
Yes, we know what that
It's
is.
it's a person. It's
A person? What are they
someone's-
called? What are they called?
I didn't ask that. I was having a bit of a thing.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
If only someone had sat over here and gone.
Maybe there's someone we can ask. Oh, wise owl.
Who's the
Give it-
desolation?
It's a person.
That's the first I'm hearing of it.
Do not speak to he who lives longest.
Well,
Walks further, I don't remember.
how's the highest step count?
He who Fitbits her.
You 8Ks daily.
Episode title.
Well, no, not very. Like, I'm sorry if this is really interesting to you, but this is.
It seems like it might be wrapped up in this curse, malarkey.
It feels like a lot of the answers might be in your sanctum.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep saying, why don't we fuck off back to,
I
you
don't know
know.
what sanctum is.
How
It
about
sounds-
we
It
walk?
sounds sexual.
No, darling, you know how you're a paladin,
Yes.
right? And you know how when you're in a temple,
Yes.
like, you know, it's a place of safety, of
Yes,
like sanctuary.
yes.
Like a sanctum's like that, but not like a temple.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Got you.
Where did my accent go then?
Lehane turns back to the lady in the middle dress and she's like, thank you for your help. It's been great. But yeah, I think the sanctum's probably the best place we're going to get
Let's
go.
answers at this point.
Ooh, I
And-
feel like we're going on to an adventure.
And you guys can tell me about
Let's go on a quest.
this Aryan guy.
Yeah, well, hang on. So,
No, we're gonna walk and talk, right?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Look,
Are you-
yeah.
Oh, Mr. Big, I like your forge.
I don't know really. Yeah, he's just been like watching and then turning to the next person, turning to the last one.
Can you imagine if you're Aryan right now? So, as you can make your way to the woods, Torin, this is a completely new aspect for you. This is madness. There's a madness you've heard about, and madness you've heard written down, and the stuff that paladins have nightmares about. It's wibbly wobbly, twisty wisty, and nothing seems to make sense. However, Lehane and Lilli, you see a path before you. Like, not one made of stone or one that's stepped, but one of your other senses, your smells, your hearing, and your touch. It just sort of makes sense. You sort of know the way to go without looking. It seems like any attempt to use your visual sense is tricky. But relying on your other four, you sort of can make your way through the woods fairly adeptly. And you start making your way through. Continuing this
Like
conversation.
of a tree frog just kind of like tapping the fox's head like
Yeah.
that way.
I am still worried about you down there, Lilli.
it's
weird.
great because I've been an animal before, but this is like a whole other level.
I think it's a good thing. I mean, like, as far as I know, like a poisonous tree frog is like one of the most dangerous things in the wild. I've heard, just.
Well, yes.
Am I poisonous? Am I poisonous?
I don't know. I'm just trying to stop him from bothering
What
you.
colour have I gone?
Now, Mr.
You roll
Big,
a death save.
Mr. Big, I had an uncle once, and well, I've got lots of uncles, but this particular uncle lived slightly wild, and he used to eat lots of mushrooms.
Yeah.
And when we went there, we would have them, and it was just like this.
I could do a bit of make a stew for you with the mushroom.
Oh, no,
Not
I
with the
feel like we're
mushrooms.
Oh, but I
think-
wouldn't
Do
be
not see
talking
the tree.
pixies.
What's happening with that? Seems to be not growing.
I'm not going to touch anything and don't talk to
Why
the
are we
pixies.
going down
don't
and
do
up?
it.
Don't talk to the
Pixies,
pixies.
don't do it.
Yeah, just
I'll do it.
just it might not make sense, but just kind of follow what we're doing.
We're
Yeah.
fine.
Just
I'm
go
Stay
with
following
very
it.
you.
quiet
And
and
I-
don't touch nothing. I don't like this place.
As Lehane says that, he sort of just like 2Ds along a plane. So he like steps forward and just. You're not quite sure how you follow that.
I don't think I can do that,
No.
Mr. Big.
No.
Oh, look, no wonder you left, because this is weird.
Oh, no, I hardly ever came out this way. This way's bonkers.
I just find it's just easier. Just look down and don't think about it. Follow the signal than talking.
My uncle would love it here.
Speaking of uncles, you guys knew Arian.
Yes.
Yes, he was really lovely. He was a bit quiet, but he
I
was
rescued
really.
him.
You what? Sorry.
I rescued him.
Yes. Well, did you? Yes.
Well, then you
Yes.
rescued me.
Yep, that happened.
This
yeah.
sounds on brand from what I know.
No, this was a while ago, and we travelled together and we fought together and we were trying to.
He's very good at fighting.
He was a bit forgetful. He couldn't really remember some things about his past, and well.
Do you think it was that he couldn't remember? Do you think there was the desolation, this person, and they bonked him on the head? Couldn't remember a thing.
I think it's probably a good idea that Arian's not here because he was quite flamey.
Yeah.
And that's not good in a forest.
No.
There's a lot of fire.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
he was really good with fire.
Fire, flame. Didn't she, who's in the meadow dress, mention something about mastering elements?
Well, yeah, and I said, well, he was good with fire, but he
Well,
wasn't good
fire.
with any of the other elements. I never saw him do anything with like water or air or ground.
And there was that time when he, turned into dust.
Yes.
And we all kind of poked around in his dust for
Yeah.
a bit.
But then he
and
came
then he
back
turned up.
like a couple of days
Guys,
later.
You
Guys.
fingered my uncle's ash.
Yes, remember when
Oh,
we
no,
all
a little
wandered
bit.
around?
Ash hole.
That's it, peak of the series. We might as well end here.
Guys, that bird is flying backwards.
I told you just look down, Torin.
Yeah, don't worry about that too much.
He's looking at me.
Don't look
Don't
at
look
him.
down. Just look down, and like Big is just looking at the floor.
Focus on the fox in the fog. The fox in the fog.
Look at me, Torin! Look at me! Hi!
Yes, okay.
Those splits.
What you seem to be walking on? What are you? What's the ground made? Oh, Big, the ground.
Don't think about it.
And then after Lilli talking about fire and stuff, he's like, my brother's really good with fire, but he's not an elf. That makes no sense.
More than one person could be good with fire.
Yeah, it's.
What's your brother called?
Richard.
Richard?
That's a weird name.
Well, it's kind of like a bit of a noble name, isn't it, for like royal
But you
people
said
and
you
stuff.
weren't noble.
Well,
No, I've got my pet. Where did I pay? Nobody will know.
but hang on. If Arian was what, a prince, according to,
Yeah.
then my father's like a bastard
Princess.
a bastard half prince.
Bastard half.
Wait,
prince.
so.
Half Prince
But-
Philip.
Yeah. Like a half-blood prince. No. No. This isn't about litigious reasons. We're just not going to pay any homage to that. Yeah. A half-blood royal.
So, but then that means that you would be as well.
Oh, don't be too fussed about it, mate. I tried to drop the honorific, but I keep bumping into people who know I'm a lady.
And a tall mushroom sort of bows as you go by.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry.
Oh, remember that mushroom we used to know?
I don't know.
How far are we from the moon thingy?
So
Basin.
Thank you,
Basin.
Basin.
Not far at all. And as the conversation continues, you see what you thought was the horizon, like the sun reflecting off the horizon, is actually just this large expanse of water, but it's like glass. And as you turn your head to move, even the two in animal form, it sort of seems to move with you. It doesn't look like there's a way around it. It is just infinite. It is ever expanding to the sides.
Does it by any chance have a reflection of the moon in it?
Hey!
Oh.
She's not just a pretty face.
That's a minute. She knows light stuff.
I mean, I'm a pretty good swimmer, but I can make a boat.
Oh.
Ooh.
It might not be very deep.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like we can go around it. I could, if I waited until. This is the other problem. Like, a lot of my magic depends on what day it is, and days and nights are not really. They're a bit interchangeable here. So maybe a boat's a good idea. Or I suppose I could just dip my toe in. And Frayne is going to try and dip her toe into the water.
Okay. And can you make a strength save, please?
Oh.
Oh dear. It's a nat one.
Frayne immediately starts getting pulled under the surface.
A little help, please.
Okay. Yeah.
Obviously, Torin will.
Yeah, big old.
Yeah,
Go to help.
As you get there, her hand is the only thing out. Roll initiative for me to see who gets up.
Okay. Good advantage. Oh, that's very poor with advantage.
Mine was a 6.
10.
Oh, but it's.
You don't get that as Frayne's hand goes under.
Oh, would it be advantage?
Oh. No, I've just got, it's a barbarian.
Lehane will run up to the edge.
But you still got there. That was just for.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
you
to
got
say
there
you got
as
there
she's
None of you got there fast enough to do
she's
anything,
under the water.
from what I understood.
Torin will go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Lehane would.
Okay. So
Pour to
Torin
it as
just
well.
starts wading in the water. No strength save required. You just get pulled immediately under.
I put a
Oh.
paw to the water.
Strength save, please.
Torin's trying to get to Frayne.
Yeah.
He doesn't really care about anything.
That is 23.
23.
Yeah.
Lehane, you managed to pull your paw out of the water. Torin and Frayne, you are laying, you feel like you're laying on your back still, but you appear to be looking out over the 1,000 Isles.
Oh.
You are in the sky, looking down on this vast expanse of islands that are broken up.
This is trippy.
And bubbles escape from your mouth as you do. You are fully just there. It's there is a thin veil between the top of the world and the bottom of the moon basin.
Can we try and swim?
Can't move.
Can't move.
Can we see them?
You can.
Oh, we can see
Oh,
them.
we
in
can
the
see
water.
them.
Can we
breathe?
breathe?
You can.
We're not drowning as well.
You're not drowning.
Right.
No drowning. Okay.
Not yet, anyway.
So if we go to grab hold of the back of Torin's armour, if we can reach him from the beach?
You
or
can.
from the
You
land
can.
still?
You can. He didn't go far in. Torin is.
Yeah, so he's not going to stand in the water as such, but he'll just sort of reach right over and try and pull Torin back up.
Can you make me a strength save at disadvantage, please?
Yeah. Oh, that's that one becomes a 10.
Oh my
so
God!
That one still.
And you feel like you're about to resist the pull of the water, and you are in. And just again, you're.
And there is just a frog and a fox.
You might want to jump off
Yeah.
for this. And Lehane will take a couple of steps back and then go to dive into the water. But as he's sort of mid-air into the dive, he transforms into elf form.
Okay. And you land in the water and freeze and see the same.
Thing that everyone else is saying.
Yeah.
Is this
I'm
the end of the
confused.
series?
It might be the end of the series.
Okay, cool.
Ah!
Come on.
Does no one have any friggin' rope? Jesus.
Where are the pitons?
Tons, people.
Lilli. The gnome is left. The druid gnome is left to haul all these people out. Lilli will transform back into herself. Is there anything rope-like near her?
There's
Vines?
several. less vines, more there is greenage, and there are trees, and there are things you could attempt to make stuff from, but there's nothing immediately a rope.
Okay, Lilli is going to. Yes. I think. Hang on. I've just got to read through the spell.
This is great content.
Yeah.
It
I
didn't seem
think
Frayne.
I can't remember
Yeah.
if that one works.
As you're laying there,
Mm-hmm.
looking down on the Thousand Isles, what comes to mind? Where comes to mind?
So it feels weird, obviously, but looking down across the Thousand Isles, it's kind of like she feels oddly kind of calm, and is kind of picking out the places where she's been.
Okay.
So she's kind of
Any place in
saying,
particular?
just like various kind of suburbs of Plughole, places that she's been on her travels. She kind of spots the little bit where her and Lilli first met.
So as you sort of retrace your journey and you look down to the suburbs of the Plughole, you see that it is in ruins.
Ooh.
Like a good majority of it is in disarray. It seems like a massive battle happened here. Part of the spire has been shattered. It is hanging in midair, like it has exploded outwards, but it's hanging by some kind of force. And there are several districts that have been leveled.
Can we communicate? No, we can't.
Torin,
Torin will be looking at quite a big volcanic or an island that was a volcano far in the southwest, which was the island where he first arrived in the Thousand Islands when he was shipwrecked, and
where the paladin
where the
trains
Paladins were,
was.
where they trained him and where he lived.
And you begin to worry as you're looking. You're not sure if the people that looked after you are still there, and it takes a minute, but you do see that the landscape has changed slightly. It looks like there may have been an eruption at some point, but they have rebuilt further around the island, but they seem to be safe. The house is a little worse for wears. They don't look particularly well off, but still there, still happy.
Torin's up in his head, like he's just thinking one day I can go back.
Lehane, first of all, his mind goes to the plug hole, because
Mhm.
that's where he spent most of his years. What do I see? Do I see similar to what Frayne saw?
Anywhere in particular in the Plughole? Frayne was looking at suburbs.
Again, so basically, what I guess he's looking at is the
The doldrums in the middle.
yeah.
A similar state. There has clearly been some kind of fight breaking out.
Does that look like how I left it, or worse? Okay, so if this is a reflection of what it is now, I'm guessing it's got worse. But he'll spend a second at the plug hole, and then he'll cast his way up to Domenia.
Okay. And as you begin to flick your way to Domenia, Lilli, what was your
Lilli is pacing and will just throw her hands into the is it sand or ground?
It's still quite muddy. It's like it's land into
Yeah, so she's just gonna thrust her hands into the earth, and cast Grasping Vine.
Okay.
And vines will sort of erupt out of the ground, and within 30 feet of me they are.
Yeah.
Sentence. And will attempt to snatch Frayne, then sort of Torin, and they need to make a dexterity saving throw, and if they fail it, then they get pulled.
Well, they would automatically fail it because they're restraining current. But
Yeah.
there are 3 vines that come out and grab 3 of them, and you're sort of focusing, and the seed configuration flickers. Where was it originally? Was it staff or?
It was just seed. She didn't have it.
So finally, the seed itself becomes this huge whip, lashes out to the furthest point, which is Frayne, wraps around her, and you manage to pull all of them out simultaneously. But you've unlocked something different in you in the seed.
Ooh. Do 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 do.
And that's the only configuration she'll ever use.
And that's everyone. All of them are out.
Yes, but as your eyes were casting up to Domania, you
Yeah.
saw on an island, not too far away, Richard. And
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh.
And you're back on the beach, gasping to the air that you didn't know you'd lost in there. Lily staring down at you.
What the
There's
bloody
big
hell did the
bait
rest
as
of you
well.
do?
Why did you
Big
all
big
go in the water?
Well, I went in after him.
I mean, I tried to rest good.
And I was trying to. I think we can all safely say it was Locticus.
We watched Frayne get pulled into the water, and then Torin, who's like the strongest person ever,
hang on.
gets pulled in, and you're all just decided to follow.
Rock is very strong.
Did you
Big
all see it?
No.
Well,
Yeah.
I
What did
saw.
you see?
I'd go in. It's really cool.
No, Torin.
I got some rope.
No.
We could tie it to Lilli and throw her in.
It was like we were like in the sky, but like over the top of the Thousand Island continent, and like I was just like thinking about some of the places that I've been in the plug hole, and it was almost like I kind of like honed in on them, and it was sort of desolate and destroyed, and the spire was
Yeah.
broken, and
It's
So
like,
it's nothing different then.
No,
the
it's-
plug hole's a shit hole.
no, it's worse. Like I left it after you lot laid it waste to it.
It was made Lilli.
But no, it's something else. Something else. If that's like a reflection of now or whatever that version of now is, it's worse. It wasn't that bad when I left. It was bad, but it wasn't that bad.
Could you do see people in the water?
Yeah, I saw my brother. He's like on an island somewhere, just off, well, Ohm.
Big's gonna loom over the water and try and see into it.
don't fall in, please, for the love of.
I
It's not worth
You
it.
could tie really. I was cool. We were in the sky, Lilli. We were like dragons.
Listen, I know it's.
Soaring higher, but I saw where it came from. Well, not where it came from, but
I could track
Feelings of
someone.
importance.
Don't hold on to me a minute.
yeah.
No, guys, I don't think it's a good idea.
Weirdly, when you were down there, you didn't realise you couldn't breathe.
And
I think I could probably breathe.
no.
Why are you gasping?
That is a good. He's become smarter while he's here.
I'm very wisdomous, actually.
I mean, I need to have a look and see if I can find someone who's to do with a sword. If you hold on to
I'll
me,
hold on to you, Rogg.
No, hang on.
No,
No.
Rogg
Wait,
needs to
wait,
see.
Yes.
he's gonna do it.
Okay,
But-
go in,
but-
Ben.
He'll
but-
take the sword off, put his stuff down, stick the sword in, and just like.
Rogg.
Before
You
you go,
hold
Big.
the sword. You hold the sharp bit.
I
I'll
don't
hold the
want risk
handle. Okay. Well, we need. I can't. If I reach it, it'll pull
boys,
me in.
she's
Rogg.
just going to be holding a rope.
Maybe.
Like from
Or,
her pack.
what's that thing you did?
Oh, yeah, that happened.
But yeah, good rope,
I
Frayne.
don't. Yeah, rope. Oh, it doesn't matter.
He's already. Torin's already
I
tied
don't know. I feel you might be stronger than a rope.
Big. No, not strong.
They don't want to
stronger
know
than me.
about it, so.
Look, she's tiny.
Big,
Go on, in you go.
She
I
whipped.
went. Big's already gone in.
Yeah, he like straight away, like he would have knelt down, like pressed his face like just off the water, and then and pushed his face in.
And the rest of you goes in with you.
Okay.
What
Have
you
we got the rope? The rope's tied on, right?
No, I think we're having
Big
a
had already
conversation
decided.
whilst
Yeah,
you did
Big had
it.
already decided
Yeah.
to go in.
But it's
He dropped
fine.
his stuff, he
We've
dropped
got
his stick,
Lilli.
told you to hold on to him. And just,
Do we know?
Well, I did hold on to him then.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Okay.
means you've gone in.
Well, no, I'm not. Okay, yeah.
Giving
As
safe.
my hands go towards the wall, no, he's gonna go in.
Yeah.
What?
Just as before his face goes, it always. Oh no!
Why am I cursed with so many fucking men?
Surrounded by idiots.
Oh wait, I didn't go in.
Big.
Okay, so his first thing he would have wanted to look at was home and the mountains, but he would have wanted to see the dwarven island at the base of the mountains.
Okay, so you're home of Mescal.
It was almost like, oh no, and then just looks straight down.
Okay.
But a brief look.
So, as you look to the Ajahin Moor, the home of the dwarves, you get a very strong suspicion that you're being watched back.
Okay.
And as you look down, the more you try and focus, the stronger the feeling, to the point where the hellscape that sits at the bottom of the world almost blinks, it almost becomes an eye.
Oh damn.
Can you make me a wisdom save, please? What are you guys doing on the surface?
Lilli's just gonna be like.
Well,
Do you want to look for something?
Torin's good. Yeah, Torin has now thought of
fuck's
something else
sake.
to look for. He wants to see if he can spot the sort of pirate flotilla, the pirates.
It's not the best roll of a 6. It was the same
Is it a nat 1?
No, it's
Okay.
a 4. 4 plus 2.
Okay, cool. You're trying to look for the boat.
I'm assuming he's sort of
None of us checked on our bodies.
a flotilla, a sort of like he assumes there's more than one ship because like they took over this huge
So
one ship. So he's sort of looking for the pirates.
you look to where you think your last location was, and there's nothing there. It's very hard to sort of spot. You're drawn to this patch of sea between two islands, and you can't see beneath the surface, but there's something there, something drawing your gaze.
And is there anything noteworthy about these islands?
The islands themselves seem to be 2 points, and there are islands between them that look like a chain.
Right. Torin's trying his hardest to commit this to memory.
Okay, and at that point you are both pulled out with a combined effort of Lilli, Frayne's fucking annoyance.
Yeah, Lilli would have been trying to. She would have just like thrown her hand out and been like, "Thine, thine."
That's a 6-second video. I mean,
does that
with
work?
the power of frustration, I think right now you could probably get them out.
Yeah, probably. I was do a lasso job.
Yeah. Oh, do you know? Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a Wonder
I was going to do a
Woman.
lasso
Which one?
job.
Which one are you lassoing?
I should go for Torin.
Okay.
Yeah, and Lilli would
Probably by the
get
foot.
Rogg.
Did you see what you needed to see, Big?
Yeah, I was
Big,
just
sorry.
saying what is going on at home.
Was it okay?
Yes. Yeah, I did see the mountains and there when there's an okay.
Well, that's nice.
I need to get back there though.
Okay, why?
I need to. I've been need to tell them of what it was I found after I left the dome. I need to warn them of a few things. But I don't know if they'd listen to me.
Well, I need to warn my people. They're coming by boat, and Arion was going to do a spell. We left Arion in a plug hole. Are you right? We need to go back and warn our families.
And
Does
you
anyone
did.
have a pillow I can scream
Oh
into?
my
For
goodness.
the first time in a very, very long time, you feel the cold. And your hair begins to prick up on the back of your neck.
Is it like?
Cold did bother him anyway.
Litigious mouse!
It's fine. It was the lyric change.
Oh.
Yes.
Locticus.
Can you all roll me a history check, please?
Locticus.
Everyone?
Yes, please.
Everyone?
No, not big. No big.
Not big.
Nat 20!
Nice. 18.
15.
Oh, I got quite good in history. 13.
Okay. So definitely Lilli. Remember, there's something odd about the way that the last thing that the lady in the meadow gown spoke.
Mm-hmm.
The phrase was quite odd. It was just a stone's throw away.
Ooh. Hang on. So the lady dressed in the meadow gown said it's just a stone's throw away. Stone's throw is not very far. We've been walking quite a while.
So what? We're supposed to throw this stone into the water?
Like a literal stone's throw.
Give it a go, couldn't we?
It is kind of elvish.
It kind of makes
the
sense when you think
elves.
about it.
Lily's gonna pick up a pebble.
Yep.
She'll probably delve into her pocket for a pebble. She will.
Not one of her good uns.
Don't throw
Not
away
this
your
one.
good ones.
Not this one. Not this one. That's her
that one
magic
was a
stone
really
one,
nice
isn't it?
shape. No, that one had a really nice. It was like nice texture. No,
Rogg, while she's doing that, I'm sorry they didn't take your concerns seriously. We'll go back and warn them.
I've been needing to figure some things out, but I'll tie you over still.
Oh, very good.
I will tie you
Go on,
over.
Lilli.
And Lily's gonna just, almost like kind of skim a stone across the water.
So as you've been having this conversation, the moon has lowered to the point where it's sitting sort of half and half. It still looks full because the top semisphere is above and reflected in the base below, but the ripples from the skim extend out, and as they interact with each other, they solidify and continue to ripple, and you sort of create this ripple effect bridge. With each skim of the stone and the ripples that overlap, they become solid and permanent.
Right. Can I make a slight suggestion before anybody goes stepping on any elvish bollocks?
Yeah.
Can somebody tie a rope around their waist and hold on to that person while they step on the first one?
Good.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
plan.
Turns into a fox.
I can tie a rope round you if you would like, Locticus.
I bet you would.
Yeah,
Because you're an elf.
I once heard a story, right? My brother, him and his friends all tied a rope to each other, and then when they had to escape like a boulder or something, that was a real hindrance to them.
Well, we'll just do it. Why don't Frayne, you go first, and Torin, you hold on to her, and we'll test that out. I don't like using you as a guinea pig, but you seem to be more at home here.
And
Even
I'm
if
less
you don't
likely
like
to just
it.
dive back in.
Well, yes, and I've got my new vine thing that I can do.
My husband will be gone whilst they're
And
doing
she's-
this.
Right, Fox Boy's gone. There's no
Oh, well,
Two tails
us
shaking
being
away.
careful obviously didn't do a thing. And Lily's just going to be like, well, off we go. And she'll trot behind him.
And start making your way over.
Yeah.
Wonderful. The first step is tentative for most of you, apart from Lehane. That's
Fuck about and find out.
it's already dead. But yeah, it sort of bobs slightly, and you realise that it's solid, but you're sort of walking on top of the water. It just sits, whatever it is, sits just below the surface. And as you make your way towards the other side, the moon sets below the horizon line of the lake. The image becomes dark, but you see underneath, uplit, visions from below.
No.
So as the moon sets, you see, a familiar face to some of you, mostly Lilli, Lehane, and Rogg. A huge figure walks into this large granite room, and for a minute you look like you're seeing it from the perspective of this creature. Sat there are 7 stone chairs. Only one of them is occupied. And as the POV switches from the eyes of the creature to behind them, you realise you're looking at the back of Atlas. And the stone chair that is currently occupied is familiar as Kranis. Atlas looks to move against Kranis. And there's a flash. And that's the last of the image that you see. And continue making your way across.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw it. I couldn't make head nor tail
That was
of it.
Atlas.
Keep
That was
going.
Atlas. That was Atlas.
Yeah.
Who's Atlas?
He was the big guy who told us to leave.
Oh
No.
shit! The
One of the 7.
the sexy Scottish bloke.
Yeah.
Frayne wasn't there.
No,
But she heard about the accent.
The 7.
Yeah, so the 7.
No, I mean, don't worry.
I mean, like,
Find out that in Justice League.
yeah, you could always just ask, the 2 people that have lived there the longest. Like, he was a champion of Atlas. That's
Were you?
I was
Yeah.
quite good at fighting.
He was quite
Very
big.
good at
The
fighting.
fella in the vision was quite big. Not as big as big.
well, that's where we met. We met in Atlas's arena.
Big.
I mean, I
And
could
were
never-
you a champion of Atlas?
Nah, I was a shite. No, I wasn't. I wouldn't represent Atlas, but it was his. It was his arena. It's where the best of the best fought, and that's where we started hanging
Oh,
out.
to be.
Well, that's
Yeah,
very good.
basically, he
Wow.
tried to land a hit, but he couldn't land a hit on me because I was too fast, and occasionally he would, and then I'd take like a week to recover because I just kept saying stars.
Kranis was that fella trying to kill us when we sailed out of
Yeah.
the...
Yeah.
But Atlas just tried to attack him.
Sure, well, Atlas is clearly good. Kranis is clearly bad.
No, because Kranis is Fomerian.
Fomerians think
hang on,
he's
hang on,
good.
hang on. I know some Dragonborns who are awful. I wouldn't say because of your race that makes you good or bad. You can choose. Don't judge people based on their race.
No, Kranis.
Kranis
No!
tried to kill me. When I see him next, I shall kill him.
That sounds logical to me.
Yeah.
But
I don't think you
But
should
the
be confused.
people that the Fomerians that we just met were like, oh no, Kranis was really good. We're talking about more about the experience that they had that they were then
Lilli,
relating back to us.
Lilli, you met a talking owl who told you someone who had previously attempted to kill you was good.
No, and I'm not believing her. I'm
Wait
just
up.
thinking that we need. That's why we're trying to get to the
Bearing in mind-
sanctum
bearing in
and get more
mind-
information to
Kranis
find
is bad.
out.
I shall kill him.
And Lehane's just walking along. He's like, bearing in mind that the great archdruid of goodness in Mother Earth and nature is the one that caused the Fomerians to only live for half their lifespan.
Exactly.
That's
Also,
what the
in fact,
talking
less
owl
than.
said. You met a talking owl for a few minutes, guys.
This is
So-
why we're
no.
crossing this creepy pond.
I'm crossing it to stop.
I heard this. from
Locticus
his-
Frayne.
Yes, Mr. DM.
As you make your way to the other side of the moon basin, you realise this is familiar to you. This is right on the edge of what you would begin to call home.
Cool.
And from here, you very much know your way home.
Oh, guys, settle down, settle down, settle down. No more panicking. I know where we are.
Oh,
Oh, thank God.
Good.
The burden of
That's easy,
responsibility for getting us through here was really weighing on me.
Don't worry, Lils. I've got you from now on. We'll head to the Furbolg camp, which is kind of on the way, almost there. You'll like the Furbolgs. Oh, do you know, Big, I think you'll like the Furbolgs.
Mhm.
You know, they're quite a calm sort of folk as well.
I did a bit like that.
Actually, you remind me a little bit of a Furbolg, if I'm honest.
Big,
Um,
I met a Furbolg woman. She wasn't very calm, I can tell you. That was a month.
Well,
Which month?
I was like,
Torin's lost in his own thoughts.
I mean, I'm just looking for some place that'd be nicer to camp and I can make a stew. I feel like it's been a long time since I made a stew.
Do you know, I could do with some stew.
Yeah, a bit of comfort food.
A nice warm Furbolg woman.
Frayne will turn around wallop him on the arm. I'm still making my decision, mate.
Can you make a perception check, please?
Perception.
Those who would like to.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
I'm thinking of stew.
Lehane would send out
17 for Frayne.
26.
14.
The dice know when I'm rolling perception. That was a 3.
Lilli Frayne,
Mm-hmm.
you begin making your way towards the Furbolg camp. But in the distance, just away from the direction you're heading, you see a large plume of smoke.
Oh dear.
Oh.
That's not a good sign. Are we still on the moon bridge?
No, you've made it off.
Okay.
As soon as you stepped off, you knew where you were.
What do you see?
I can
There's
see
smoke.
that there's smoke. That's quite a lot of smoke.
Let's keep
If
going.
we
Right,
could
Lehane.
speed up, that would
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah, with that note, Lehane will jump forward as a fox a little bit, but then he'll turn into an elf because he's faster as an elf.
Yeah, Frayne's going to start absolutely legging it.
Yeah.
Lilli will run
You
as
can
fast
join as well.
as she can.
He's fast.
Not very fast.
Torin's going to see if he
I'm
can sense
faster.
hero.
Which
What
hero
is
was
it?
it?
He's going to attempt to cast
Like,
hero
got
while
flies
he's
over
running.
me.
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
Um,
Black Hole Boy's leading the way.
yeah, so you can't contact Hero. He doesn't seem to be on this plane of existence at all.
I can't cast him. I can't summon him. Okay.
Okay.
He is celestial, if that helps.
So am I. Yeah, and as you start making your way through the woods, Frayne is very much. While you guys are faster, you start making your way in front of it, like make a right here, very much leading the charge.
Yeah.
Till you see a very familiar sight. You see this huge tree, like, and built up around it from base to top is this vast city, carved from gem and amber, and the walls that line the base of the tree seem to be like solid water, not ice, but like laminar flow, so like water that is just still, and creates this huge archway. And this is the entrance to the city of Correllen. But smoke seems to be coming from within.
Oh.
Shit. Right, okay, guys. This is, well, welcome to the. Enough of that.
No
box.
time.
Let's go.
And where are you heading to?
I would be heading to the entrance.
So you're sort of towards the entrance. Where in the city would you like to go?
Oh, I see. I'll be following the smoke.
Okay. So it does seem to be coming from the chambers of the Aceleron, which is, as you know, sat right in the canopy of the tree, in the crown, where all the branches sort of come out. It is sat.
Oh, really wish I could. No, I can. Because they've gone through moonlight, and I'm going to use that as a.
The dawn.
There's the dawn, you know. They've gone through the moonlight. She's just going to tinkle on the lute.
Yeah.
Not pee on the lute, honestly. A little twiddle on the lute, and she's going to fly herself up there.
Okay. What the rest are you doing?
Torin's wings will.
Yeah.
And he's behind her.
Lehane stays on the ground, but he is belting it, following Frayne at this point because she will take him quite easily with flying.
Yeah.
The city itself is built in a large spiral, and there are several like prominent structures out on the limbs of the tree. But the actual pathway, you can make your way up by walking. You can jump much.
Oh yeah, no, he will be so. When he realizes that being able to sort of jump, grab hold of branches, swing and stuff, that's what he'll be doing to keep up with the flying ones.
So as he's unfurled his wings, Torin will have said to Lilli, "Do you want to come with me?"
I was gonna fly, but yeah.
And Torin will just carry Lilli.
Big's gonna run very fast.
Well,
Like,
hang
he'll
on,
just
why don't you
double
carry
down.
big and then I'll fly?
He's real big.
I mean, yeah, he's just gonna head down and just sprint. Like, he's fairly fast at, like, sprinting's 80 foot move
Okay.
speed, so.
So yeah, you buck it, and you are very aware that you haven't seen a single living person whilst you're in here. It is empty. It is eerily quiet. And as you make your way, Frayne busts to the top of the canopy first, to the base of the Aceleron doors. This huge, like glass-like structure, but not like, with spires piercing out to the top of the tree in a way that the branches are allowed to grow. They haven't been obstructed in any way. They've been delicately carved around it. This beautiful, ornate structure. And Frayne lands in front of the doors. The rest of you not far behind. What do you do?
She will be entering.
Yep.
And kind of trying to see through the smoke, shouting for Leviticus. Like, anyone? Leviticus! Anyone!
And as you walk into the room, there is silence. There is just the absence of noise. And you see a very weird sight in front of you. There's no smoke. There just seems to be hanging fire. Hanging fire and swords and lancers and basically it looks like someone has picked up any weapon they could find and cast a hell of a lot of spells, and they're just held, suspended in space around two creatures. Your parents? And at the back of the room, sat on what would be the High Council chairs, is a very familiar face. Not seen them for a while, not since you fought the Bone Dragon on the Marrowfell. The man, an elf, out of time, in a very, very pristine Victorian outfit, sits there. Oh, alright, Locticus, takes you a little while, didn't it?
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Nah, you don't get to talk to me like that. Look, you and me are gonna have a chat, or they're gonna perish.
You're gonna let them go, or you're gonna fucking perish.
And he presses a little click on his watch, and everything begins moving towards you. Clicks it again. No, I think we're gonna chat. And that's where we're gonna end the episode.
What's the bone structure? No. Next episode.
Keep talking.
Oh my god. Wait.
A lot went on, didn't it?
Something happened.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, so is the tree on fire? And where is the sanctum in the tree? Because this
Very
was my thing. I was like, we're looking for a library, and
Yeah,
now
but I think
Oh,
this, I think, I
it's
think, I
on
think the
fire.
smoking and the murder of like one of our party members' parents potentially about
Sure,
to happen.
Well, she
to
doesn't like them very.
president.
She doesn't like them very much. I'm not.
He is really turning to the
Wow.
No,
Oh my God. Right.
Yes.
So we
I'm
have a
just
lot of questions.
Thinking about
You
the
may
other
have a lot
greater
of
side of
questions.
things.
We will never shut Moa up for a week now, but that's our burden to bear. Until next Sunday, when you join us for another live stream with Roll the Damn Dice. So, go out into the world.
No,
Oh, not yet,
No.
not yet, not yet.
Way.
We
Carry on.
we are filling time now,
Right.
guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We
So-
want to remind you about Critit UK,
Yeah,
our
yeah.
magnificent sponsors. Please go on their website, use the code RTDD10. You'll get 10% off anything you buy. It would be really nice if you did that, because you could get some really cool dice, or a dice tray, or a DM screen.
Matt's just said in my ear, are we mentioning the thing?
I think I was going to. Yeah. So
The thing.
I was going to jump
over
right
to
there.
do you know what? Over to Connor for this one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not
Don't the chairs, mate. The chairs.
Yeah.
Look at that! So, 29th of May, this May, we're going to be at Comic-Con. Woo! MCM won us back. We didn't burn enough bridges last
Yeah,
time.
baby.
But we will this time.
Yeah, coming for you.
We were really good last time.
We were pretty damn
pretty
alright.
flippin',
So Sunday on the live
flip.
stage, we're going to be doing a panel all about Dungeons and Dragons. So send us any questions you have. Come and watch us answer them.
Oh yeah, come and see it.
Please do if you can get to London. We'd love to have you.
Also, we're running a competition with Critit,
We are running a competition
are.
with Cricket.
which
Um,
you know it will be the best.
So if you're there,
You can get a signed copy of the Tavern book by us. Someone wants our scribbles on their work.
Okay.
Yeah. Wild.
well weird.
So yeah, you can go to Critit's stall and
Yeah.
see them, and then we will in the evening be giving away this book.
So you can imagine there's no live stream on Sunday 29th for the obvious reasons that we will be in London and not here.
We can't travel that fast.
No, we
On a
we
Sunday?
We did the math.
we tried.
we really did try to figure it out, but yeah, it's unfortunately it's not going to happen. But yeah, that'll be why. But don't worry, because whilst not streaming, we will be releasing last week's one shot, the first part of it anyway, onto our YouTube channel, which will feature stuff from Glorious Taverns. A lot about Glorious Taverns is going on, and if you do end up getting the book, which I think is available after the 29th of May, I think it's first.
It should
Yeah.
be at the.
So but if you can't get it at Comic Con, don't forget to go to Critit UK and use your code RTD10 to get 10% off that glorious book.
And eagle-eyed listeners will know that we use the Glorious Tavern as our base for for a little bit.
We did. The
Oh, yeah,
the Clan and Pearl was from that book.
Yeah.
We were
I
very
also
fond of it.
have a small plug. So our friends over at Budgeons and Dragons, which is a comedy kind of parody of Dungeons and Dragons, did a Roll the Damn Dice special
Yep.
with myself and Paul and Stephen. The first episode of that is up currently, which is called I Am Meat, I Am All Pork, or something along those lines. So please do go and check that out as well.
Right.
Cool. But until then, why not go forth into the world and roll the damn dice?
Too much information is spouted now. They all have to head for the sanctum. Why do boys keep trying to drown themselves? I think Frayne is tempted to spank them. Thank God they walk while they all talk, or they'd never get fucking anywhere. Will tragedy befall the parents of Frayne? Will we ever see Torin's crystal underwear?